Welcome to our virtual foam roller Friday day. Hopefully you guys are had a good day and are ready to do some work. So let's go ahead and start with our roller. Today we're going to start with it horizontally on the ground. We're just going to give ourselves a little massage to start. So start with the bottom tips of the shoulder blades right up against the roller. Engage the abs just enough to, make sure that they're ready to go. Take your hands behind your head, and then we're just going to pop up the hips just a little bit and just kind of do a gentle upper back roll. So feeling the rib cage. Get a nice little gentle roll. Take your elbows and reach them forward, not to pull on your head, but to open up the shoulder blades. So just feel those shoulder blades open. And back and forth. Let's go for a couple more of those. And then go ahead and find a sweet spot on your body, wherever it may be, upper, middle, or lower upper back. That's an interesting statement. We're just going to kind of stay right there for just a second, breathe into it, and just move in a circular or sideways pattern. So you're just going to kind of scribble your back on the roller. Just kind of move around a little bit. Then you're going to adjust it just a little bit more and do the same thing. So just doing little scribbles or moving side to side or moving in any weird pattern is fine too. And then go to another spot. Third time's the charm there. Find that same wiggle and then bring your hips on down. Oh my gosh, I already started to feel those abs start to work. Let's go ahead and come on back. We're going to bring the roller a little bit further down. So it's a little bit lower on your body now. So we're thinking right at the base of the rib cage there. So find a good spot. Hands behind the head just to support the neck. We're going to pop the hips up here, and we're going to do a small roll here. So this is a small lower back roll. Make sure you engage those abs. You'll feel also how you kind of have to just immediately turn on your abs as you roll down a little farther, and that's okay. It's going to get our abs going for the day, but it's also going to give us a little bit of massage down there on the back. Just a reminder for anybody who may have uncomfortableness with the bones of your spine, you could always go sideways on this, where there's a little bit more of the muscle meat. Otherwise, just do little, and these can be small here. These are small little massages. Let's do a couple more of those. One more like that. Excellent. All right. So now we're going to do more of a full long body rinse. So what that means is you're just going to kind of get yourself in that same situation from here. You're going to press up, you're going to roll back and extend your legs. So abs are going to be engaged. Oh my gosh, it's also going to turn on the abs. Good morning. And then pull yourself back through the body. So abs are engaged as you press back. Whoa, there they go. And then pull right back in. So we're just letting the body kind of go up and back through. Reach. And come back to the upper back. Reach, and again, elbows are forward just to open up the shoulder blades, so when you roll to that upper back, it gets into those muscles there as opposed to the blades of the shoulders. Reach, let's go for two more. And one more here, don't forget about those abs. Obviously, they'll kick on them right there. And pull yourself back forward. Excellent, let's go ahead and relax it on down from there. Well, that was a nice way to start. Let's go ahead and take the roller now. We're gonna sit towards the bottom of the mat. We're gonna hit the back of the legs today too. So pull this roller all the way up against your sit bones. And if you're on a mat, you kind of want to be, especially if it's a raised mat, you want to be kind of towards the bottom there. From here, keep those abs engaged, kind of like we did a second ago. So you're not like tightening up like a plank, just enough to keep your hips down. And we're just going to do our side-to-side massage. So the legs are going in and out and turning in and out. So it's like you're conducting the choir with your legs. Hands can just hold onto the roller so it doesn't run away from you. Let's do a couple more like that, just nice and gentle. You do want this to try and get up against the sit bones, so it's massaging into those glutes also, ideally. And then rest it from there. Good, if you need to pull it up just a little bit higher, that's all right. From there, take one leg only and do the same thing. Now you can move a little bigger because it's one leg. The other leg is helping to rest on the roller. So we're going side to side. Maybe one more there. Rest that leg there completely. Let that guy just kind of hang out on the roller. Other leg gets to turn. So it's going to go in and back. Getting into the leg a little bit, or you can also kind of push into the roll a little bit more with the one leg if you feel like you want to kind of get in there more, which is totally awesome. Otherwise, just keep grazing the top. Let's go for about 2 more there. Good, and then relax your leg down. Pull the roller up a little bit more if you need. Rest the legs completely. Abs are on from here. Just breathe in. You're actually going to breathe all the way into your stomach, pushing your stomach up into the ceiling. And then exhale from there, just like a relaxation exhale. Just a, let's do that same thing again. So you're going to inhale through the nose, all the way into the stomach. And then you're just going to kind of let it go. So you don't have to worry about our pursed lift breath or anything like that right now. Last call here. Breathe in through the nose. And then exhale. Just a nice relaxing breath. Wonderful. Now, let's move the roller down a little bit farther away from your hips. So it's about the middle, right in the belly of the muscle. We're going to do the same thing. Go through that same series. So abs are engaged, so your back is supported. Otherwise, you're just going to conduct the choir again. Both legs. This is also starting to turn on those abs. We are going to get a good workout today as well, even though it's our kind of fascial foam roll. I just love all those F's together with Friday. Let's go for 2 more. Excellent. And then rest the leg down. Let's pick that first side up, whichever side you did first last time. Do the same side again. Again, you can maybe press a little deeper into the roller if you want. You can get a little more turn in and turn out of the leg when it's just one leg too. So that'll help. And then rest it down right on the belly of the muscle. And other legs turn. Here we go. Back and forth. You can guide your own pressure. So if you want more, I want to get in there. You can totally press in there. If not, you can ease up and just let the movement and the roller just kind of massage away. And rest the leg on down. And let's go back through our breathing. So again, in through the nose, pushing the stomach up into the ceiling. And then just nice exhale, like a relaxing breath. Let's do that again. Inhale. Breathing into the stomach, not the chest. And then exhale, just relax it on down. 1 more breath like that. Breathing in nice and deep. And then exhale, relaxing. Wonderful. Let's press it down to the final spot, which is right above the knee. So you don't want it behind the bent knee. You want it right up on that muscle above it. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to massage back and forth. Abs are still engaged now so that your back doesn't go anywhere. Get into the muscle right as it goes underneath the knee there. Working the fascia, all that good stuff. All right, let's relax it down. Take one leg. And rest that leg down. I know, exactly. Other leg, we're going to be ready to go. This is a great way to, you can do this also later after, I don't know that we'll get time to do a whole nother rinse down, but this is a good way to warm up. And after the end, if you feel like you want to keep on going, you can do that too. Let's go for 2 more here. And rest it on down. Here's our breathing cycle, in through the nose. Feeling down deep, soft chest. Exhale, relaxation breath. Breathing in through the nose. Feel the stomach expand. Exhale, relaxation breath. And one more time like that, because it's awesome. Here it is, breathe in through the nose. And then exhale, relaxation breath. Awesome, all right. Now, before we get too relaxed, because after all, we gotta get our workout in, we're gonna pop up. Start to get into the upper body now. So from here, scoot your, whatever side, I like doing the side that you started with first. So whatever side you did the first single leg on first, bring the roller over. You're gonna pack your shoulders, so make sure those shoulders are down. Turn the leg in, and then from there, prep yourself with the opposite foot just so you have somewhere to go. Hips are lifting up slightly. Now you're gonna roll down the leg all the way to that sit bone, turn out the leg and roll it back. So it's a down, in, turn out, roll back. So we're getting that same kind of turn in, turn out that we did a second ago, except now it's on the long roll. in, turn out, roll back, in, turn out, roll back. Let's do one more of those. In, turn out, roll back, and set your hips down. From there, scoosh the roller over to the other side. That leg now becomes the bracing leg. This leg goes in, like you fell out of an airplane. And then from there, or maybe a chair, that's probably better. And roll out. In and back. Roll. And you're trying to get all the way up to that sit bone, then turn out, then turn in again to go down. Turn out to roll back. Let's go two more. And good, should go out from there. Wonderful. All right, from here, we're gonna push the roller now down to behind the calves. All right, so from here, we're gonna lay down. And now, behind the calves, all we're gonna do is a long body bridge. So abs are starting to be engaged. We're now gonna tighten up, lift the hips into a hover. From here, go ahead and flex the feet and point the feet. So the abs and glutes are working, hamstrings are starting to work. We're gonna point and flex the feet here. A couple more times. That's just to get us a little bonus. Basically holding a hovering plank. Similar to some of the things we sometimes do on the reformer. Two more times. Excellent. Set your hips down. Bring the roller in a little bit closer and bring your feet on top of the roller. From here, we're going to bridge the hips up. So bridge up, reach up. Now we've got even more height to get that good stretch through the body. From here, roll yourself down. So starting from the sternum all the way down through the body. So now your body's doing the roll. Reach the legs out long. Here it is. Zip up the body. Tighten up the abs. Squeeze the glutes. Lift up and point and flex. Let's go for 4 of those. 3. And after the 4th one or so, lower your hips down. Pull the roller back underneath so your feet are on top. Tighten up the abs. Press your hips up. So we're going to bridge on the way up. Lifting now that we're going higher, make sure that you're not going onto the neck. And then from there, inhale, and then soften and roll your body down. Using the abs to massage your body out. You'll feel the hamstrings work also. Here we go. Reach the legs back long. One more time. This is like our leg and footwork. Press yourself up. From here, we're going to alternate. One foot points, other foot points. So it's back and forth. Try to keep your hips level. So don't sashay or swim around there. You're just reaching through the feet. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Oh my gosh, one more. Make sure those abs are still on. Support the body. Lower the hips down. Bring the feet back up onto the roller. Here it is. Brace the abdominals. Press up. Engage those glutes. Reach the knees over the toes. Breathe in. And now soften and massage. Imagine each ab is pushing down on each vertebrae. That's how I imagine it. And come on down from there. Excellent. All right. Let's go ahead and from there, come on up. We're going to take it into our quadruped position next. So we're going to do with the hands on the roller. So just find a nice good spot. Knees underneath the hips. Feet can be pointed or tucked under, whatever you guys want to do on this one is fine first. From here, we're going to start with a round spine. So round the spine up to the ceiling. Flat back just to our flat neutral spine. Let's do that again. It's an exhale, curl. Reach. And flatten back up. Good. And again, abs pull. And lengthen it back. Let's do one more like that. Exhales up, inhale, and then reach it back. Good. From here, all you're going to do is a slight move forward. Don't go too far because you might fall off. You're just going to do a small forward pull and a small backwards pull. So roll it away from you a little bit, pull it back. So your body's trying to stay strong. This gets into our stabilizers in the shoulders a little bit more. Just a little roll forward, a little pull back. Just careful, make sure that the shoulders are away from your ears as we go forward and back. And let's do 2 more of those. One more like that. A little secret way to get those arms going too, huh? All right, from there, we're going to keep the hands in the same spot. we're just gonna reach one leg now, up in line with the body and reach it back. So with the arms high, just make sure that you don't start to tip. So we're gonna keep that down, come right back in. Brace the abs, reach back. And again, feel those abdominals. Hold your body in place as you switch. Let's go to the other side. Try and keep yourself even. The roll is a little bit more unstable than the floor, so you're gonna be working a little bit more there. Come back in, tighten up, reach. Come back on in. One more time with the other leg, reach back. Come back forward. Excellent. From here, separate your feet just a little bit, and we're gonna reach our hips back, arms forward. So now we're getting into that upper body, just open up some of that mobility there. Give yourself just a gentle roll and rock forward and back. And then from there, engage yourself and come right back up. Here it is. So inhale, reach the hips back, reach the arms forward. And then once you're there, you're gonna give it just a little roll back and forth. I want you to think about trying to keep neutral. You may not, and that's okay. I'm not even fully neutral here either, but I want you to not to round too much here. So we're opening up the back as we go back and forth. Bring yourself back on up from there. Just find that nice flat back. Here it is. Hips reach back. Abs are engaged. Zip up. Reach the arms forward. Give yourself just a nice gentle roll. Gets into the forearm muscles too. Moves the hips around a little bit. Excellent. And come right back up. From here, let's just do a little bit of a challenge. So from here, we're going to tuck the toes under. Get our bodies ready to hover. So it's an inhale. Abs are strong, shoulders are down. Hover the knees on up. Feel yourself just stay there for a second. Take your head and turn sideways. And then you're going to turn the other way. So just gently turning your head back and forth while we're kind of in that plank position. From here, lower the feet on down. And now from here, let's go into that rock that we just did. So we're going to rock back. Bring yourself right back up. Retuck the toes. Let's get those ankles and toes working. Here we go. Hover. This time, we're going to look up and down just gently. So your eyes are leading the way. You don't have to go too crazy with it. Not trying to see the ceiling. You're just going up and down with a very gentle nod. Make sure those shoulder stabilizers are strong, but your neck is relaxed. Excellent. Lower it down from there. Reach back into that overhead stretch position. Good. Third time's the charm. Let's get up there. Tuck the toes. Hover. Stay right there. This time, we're going to lift one foot at a time and come down. So reach, come down and squeeze. So as you lift your feet, try not to lift your hips. All right, we're going to try and stay low. A couple more times. Feel the engagement when the toe hits back down. Again, this roller makes this harder, so don't worry about it if you're feeling, oh my gosh, what's going on? Breathe in, lower it down. Let's stretch back overhead one more time. Excellent. All right. From here, I'm just going to change my position. You guys can stay where you are. I do want your knees on a mat. So I'm going to open up the knees just a little more. So if you have to turn sideways to get more mat on your knees, that's maybe okay. From here, so we are trying to get into our open frog position. Go ahead and flex your feet so like you're standing on the ground. And we're just going to have the roll in front of you for just a second. Hands are down on the ground. And you're just going to go to our standard rock for hip opening. Just again, standard rocks, kind of see where things are.
If you're more flexible, should you take the hips even wider?
You can, the goal on this one is to get into the hips, so you can. You don't have to, you don't have to, the goal is not for a middle split necessarily, it's to get your hips back in between the knees. Okay. So think, if you're flexible, you'll probably be able to go back pretty far. Yeah. You know, so I would say think about engaging the abs more to make sure that you're not releasing in the lower back. And then find that spot at the bottom. We're going to take the roller and you're going to come back on top of the roller here. So we're going to get a little more height from our elbows. All right, so now once we're there, what's going to happen here is we're going to take one arm and just going to rotate. So you're getting that. We kind of locked ourselves in place with the roller and with the body. That way that twist is like, oh my gosh. And come on down. Set yourself in a good spot, other arm. You'll also feel this on the inner thigh too. So torso rotation, but also you'll feel that on those legs. Come on down. Let's go to the other side. Reach. Good. All right, from there, gently push the roller forward. Gently do a little rock. Rock and kind of rock your way out of that position after being in there for a while. You don't want to go too quickly out of it. And then just bring your legs back in. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a little inner thigh massage. So I think I'll show you this a bit easier. Bring the roller, pick a side, any side, and the inner leg is going to go on top of the roller. So it's going to be bent, and you're just going to get a little inner thigh. So not the hip socket as much as the whole thigh. And you're just going to roll back and forth on that. You can go up to your hands if that's easier. Sometimes it's easier to move yourself back and forth. Shoulders should still be somewhat engaged. 2 more times like that. Excellent. And now we're going to pivot the roller. Look at that. Same position, but now we're going to go side to side. So we're going to go whoop towards it, and then we'll roll back towards the knee. And this is very gentle. Whoop towards it, back towards the knee. Sideways in, back towards the knee.
Well, Robbie, you knew exactly what I said.
Oh, good. We all need a little bit of this. Here we go. Whether you know it or not, right? Yeah. One more time. Excellent. Shake that leg on out. And then we're going to do the whole thing on the other side. So first, let's go horizontal. Adjust yourself so that your other leg is open. And you can start on your elbows, back and forth, rolling with the roller. I kind of like to go up on my hands, so I'm going to demonstrate that. And again, it's forward and back along the inner thigh. So you can even move the leg around a little bit. 2 more times. Excellent. Now come on up from there. Switch it to vertical, and then lay back down to the same position. So leg out to the side. And now we're going to go side, whoop, towards it, and then pull yourself back. Move out towards it. Don't go too far. Roll it back. And again, you can use, I like to put my elbows down so I can put more of my weight on my arms so you don't put too much pressure, especially when you get close to the hips. You don't want to get too close. Some of the blood vessels and stuff down there. Reach, just get a good spot. And you may find a tender spot. And if that's the case, fine, you can just sit there for a second, just breathe into it. Ooh, that feels somewhat good, in quotes. Here we go, roll again, just a couple more times, just to get that massage through the inner thigh. Try and get all the way to the knee before you finish. All right, coming off of there. Now, we're gonna test. So now, we're gonna go back to that position that we did earlier, just a second ago, back to our wide frog position, feet are flexed. It's like a laying down squat, and go down and see if you can get more or if what you have feels better. Much better, huh? I feel much better on that one. So abs are still engaged, so don't turn this into a complete just relax your body. Keep your body engaged as you rock back and forth very gently. 2 more times. Excellent. Got those hips going. All right, again, come forward after a rock, and then gently bring the legs in. And that time you felt even bringing them in felt easier, huh? Okay, so now let's go back to our rollers here. We're gonna take the roller in our hands and activate just a little bit more now. So come to a nice seated position. From here, we're gonna take a half roll back. So it's an inhale, exhale, pull those abs underneath, especially the mat version of this, which is important with all versions, but make sure that it's those abs holding you, not your hip flexors, as much as possible, because they will work. Come right back up. And exhale, curl. Feel those abs. Pull it right back up. Let's do 1 more of those. Exhale, curl. Notice by holding this, it even gets those shoulder stabilizers still working again, huh? Come right back on up. This time we're gonna add a twist. So you're gonna curl first. Then you're gonna rotate. Come on down, and then you're gonna rotate. It's like you're driving an airplane. And lift yourself all the way up. Here it is. Exhale, curl. Engage those abs. We have a rotation to one side. And a rotation this side. Let's do that again. So we're doing 2 each side. Reach. Reach. Come back to center. Bring it on up. And one more time. Exhale, curl. Feel those abs engage. Let's go back and forth 3 times. Reach. Again, don't forget that top of the reach. So have a good stretch on that opposite arm. And reach. Reach. After 3, let's come back to center. Come on up. All right, breathe in. Here it is. Exhale. We're going to stay in that same spot this time. Breathe in to stay. Now exhale, lift the arms and the roll up overhead and bring it down. You feel those abs engage. And since we did the shoulder opening, you may actually feel like you go way higher. Like right now, I'm going much higher than originally. Which may not be all that to write home about, but that's okay. Abs are pulling in, reaching up, abs are feeling strong. Coming right back down, 2 more times. Exhale, try and keep the abs holding you there, not your hip flexors as much as possible. And exhale, reach. Bring it down, bring yourself on up. Good. Relax your arms for just a second, get a little shoulder roll. Here we go, we've got one more. We got to add some twisting. So, inhale, exhale, curl. Breathe in. Let's go and raise the arms on up. Now we're going to twist and exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Let's keep the arms up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Exhale. As you're turning, think about the rib cage pulling back farther. Good. Let's do one more each side. Reach. Bring it back center. Other side. Reach. Bring it back center. This time, let's fold yourself forward as you come forward over your hips. And now let's roll yourself up nice and tall. A little more classic finish position. How about that? All right, come on up from there. All right, so now with the roller, we're going to go into our half kneeling. So I'm going to demonstrate this way because I think you can see better. One leg is half. Actually, let me switch and reverse that. I think you can see better this way. Here we go. So roller is there for balance. Body is strong, so you want to think one long line from your knee up to the shoulder. And now from here, abs are zipped in. You're just going to press into that stretch. We can do this without the roller, but with the roller, it really helps you kind of push down with the shoulder stabilizer and keep going here. Remind yourself it's not about the belly going forward. It's more about the hips going forward. So think a little more of that zipper pulling up there. Come on, back up. Inhale. That's good. Exhale. Zip up as you reach forward. Good. A little glute squeeze will help open that hip a little bit more. You can feel it when you squeeze the glute, how it kind of opens up there. Yes, excellent. Let's do that again. Inhale. Reach it forward. Zip up. Nice and tall, gentle press. Don't forget on that hand. And let's come on up. Let's switch sides. All right, so strong half kneeling. Bottom leg on the other side is still nice and tall. Here we go. Zip the abs in, press back. Find that good spot. Remind yourself of that zipper. Squeeze that back glute a little bit more. And then come on up. And abs are in, reaching forward. Good. Don't forget about that front knee is trying to go forward here too. We are trying to get some of that ankle mobility going. So don't be afraid of that. If you feel pressure in the knee, you may have to scooch the foot out though. So just be careful about that. And reach it back up. And gentle pressure in that hand. Zip up the abs. Squeeze the glute a little. Get into that hip. How good does that feel? Let's do that one more time. I love it. Reach. Again, this is all anti-sit stuff too. So if you've been on the computer, the office, or in the car, it's good for that. All right, let's come on from there. Let's take our roller, this is perfect, into our vertical position. All right, so from here, we're gonna have a seat on the roller so we can lay on down. Remind yourself you want the sacrum or back of your pelvis on the roller, and you want your head on the roller. So don't let your head fall off and feel like, oh my gosh. All right, so from here, let's place our legs a little more narrow on the roller, and we're just gonna tilt. So the full body, try and think of yourself as locked in together, although don't over squeeze. Just see if you can tilt and move side to side together as one unit. Use your arms to help guide you, but try not to push. We're not trying to do arm work here. All we're doing is trying to get our body to reflexively or by itself start to stabilize. Let's do 2 more side to side rolls. This also feels good on the side of the back, I think. Double check those ribs, make sure the ribs aren't popping up too much. All right, now let's find that middle ground. Again, feet a little bit more narrow, so you have to force your body to stabilize. Bring your arms up towards the ceiling. From here, let's pull the shoulder blades down around the roller. And return back up. Pull the shoulder blades down around the roller. So you're hugging the roller with your shoulder blades. And as you do this, just make sure they don't crunch. Sometimes it's easy to crunch up by the ears. Think about pressing down. So down away from your ears as well as down towards the ground. Reach back up. And one more just like that. Good. Now we're going to start the same way. So pull the shoulder blades down around the roller. Make sure the abs are engaged around the ribs. And now you're going to bend your elbows out to the side. So you're going to kind of stretch at the front of the shoulder and the chest a little more. And you can even take your hands and drape them down. So this one, we're going to allow it to go. Now, if your ribs are feeling like they're really popping up here, I want you to zip up those abs a little bit more and maybe take your hands a little bit farther away. So we're trying to find that sweet spot. Right? We do want to open up the shoulders. Come back up.
Oh, good.
There it is. So from there, shoulders are around the roller. And then open up from there. So start here first, and then gently open and see where you go. Awesome. From here, we're going to add a little bonus. We're just going to add that rock that we did a second ago. Again, try not to push with your arms. So your abs are doing a little bit more work here than just total relaxation mode. But we're getting into that mid-back. And back and forth. If you feel a spot on that roll where maybe right there or something, it feels like, oh, a little more spot, sweet spot. Stay there for a second. Otherwise, just keep rolling back and forth. Find another spot maybe. If not, just roll back and forth one more time. Come back to center. Bring your arms back on up. Wonderful. From here, we're going to do some arm circles. So we're going to get just some motion here. So abs stay braced. Arms lift up overhead. Circle around. Now, on these circles, go ahead and keep them right above the roller line. So don't think drop down to the floor. So they're a little more of a hover. This is going to help keep, you can feel those muscles really work against the roller. And two more times. Awesome, let's go the other way. So pause here at the hips, open up the arms here, circle around. Gets it going the other way, huh? And your body's stabilizing so you don't roll off. The motion of the arms makes it a little more wiggly. So again, we're getting some small stabilizer work here too, even though it's not like a tight plank. Two more times. Awesome. All right, let's engage now a little bit more. So find those abdominals, find the ribs, make sure that that rib to hip connection is there. Let's bring your hands down to the floor. Bring one leg to tabletop. When you're ready, other leg to tabletop. From here, reach one leg long, feeling that still that core engagement, pull it back in. Other leg reaches long. Come back in. Good. I want you to think about your muscles as they get tight, get smaller. But wait, we want bigger muscles. That's okay. Just think reach. Basically, the idea is that you're trying to stretch your leg out away from your center, away from your abs. Reach. Two more times. There we go. Now from here, let's take a nice inhale. Exhale, you're going to hover the upper body up. Again, you can always keep your head down if you don't like to lift the upper body. Let's take those legs back. Reach. So that same length from the legs. Abs your anchor. Look it in. Reach. Pull it in. Neck should be relaxed even though your head is lifted. It's your abs lifting your upper back, not your head trying to crunch forward. Let's go two more times like this. Reach. And then reach. Bring it on in. Let's lower the head down for a moment. Bring the legs down for a moment. Restabilize. Make sure you're good to go here. All right. Now, we're going to pick one leg. It's going to go to tabletop only. The other leg's going to stay on the floor. Opposite arm from the leg is going to come up behind your head. So now, from here, other hand's on the floor. We're going to lift up. And now you are going to try and pull your elbow towards your knee. Your knee's going to pull up even higher than normal. So you're going to try and get that really deep crunch of the abs, but also stretch through the posterior chain. From there, you're going to reach it down, reach the top leg out. All right, so bend it back in. We're staying on the same side. Reach, try and get in a little bit farther if you can, and then reach out. Let's go for 2 more times. Upper body comes up, knee comes in. Then get that rotation. Feel those abs pulling deep. And lengthen on out. Let's get 1 more of those. Reach. Lengthen. And upper body comes down. That foot comes back down. Did you scooch around? No, of course not, right? If so, that's okay. Find it, perfect. And now, other side. So, leg comes up. Opposite hand as that leg comes behind the head. Other hand is on the mat. From here, reach the upper body up. Elbow to knee. So you're going to put your knee beyond tabletop in. And lengthen the leg out as you lower down. Here it is. Come up. Then pull in. Oh my goodness. And reach. And let's do that again. So up. Then pull higher than tabletop as your elbow goes towards your knee. Remember, your body is moving. You're not really trying to pull your neck. Up. Elbow does bend. Squish. And reach. Let's do 2 more of those. Here it is. Up. Reach. Getting nice and deep in that abdominal wall. Here it is. 1 more time. Here. And then reach. And lower it on down. Let's realign. Let's see how we did. Oh, not too bad. All right, here we go. Brace 1 more time. Let's bring both hands to the floor. Legs to tabletop together. And now we're going to get the upper body up. Neck is relaxed. Press both legs up together. Oh my gosh. And then come back in. And then reach. Come back in. And then reach. After that last exercise, this one does not have to do a lot to feel it. 1 more time. Reach. Good. Bring the legs in. Head down. Legs down. Find a sense of recovery. Bring the arms up. Pull the shoulders down. Reassess your body on the roller. 1 more time with those arms. There's our reset. Take your hands back to the ground. Now, from here, legs come back to tabletop. Brace those abs. From here, upper body lifts up. Legs reach out. Now, we're going to take 1 hand as off and come down. Off and come down. You don't have to lift as high as I am. I'm trying to do it to demonstrate what you're doing. You can just float it. If you have to go just to the fingers, go to the fingers. Try to keep the upper body up. If your upper body is lifted, you can always do this head down. Opposite arm and foot lift. Sorry. Oh, there it is. 1 more time each side. There it is. And pull your legs in. Upper body comes down. Legs come down. Let's go ahead and slide off. So reach 1 leg long. Just kind of melt off the roller. Push it off. And let's lay down for just a sense of enjoyment. We need more senses of enjoyment lately, right? Here we go. Just relax there for a second. Breathe in. Feels like you're at the beach and the sand is just folding all over. Someday, right? Okay, from here, bring our feet back closer together. We're going to keep the roller away for a second. Your feet are going to go to a full flexed or pull your toes back towards your nose position. And then you're going to point your feet. So you're going to rock back and forth and let your body relax so that your heels are actually kind of wiggling around. It kind of looks weird, right? So if somebody just saw this part, they're like, what are they doing? But it's just as a little body wave massage that lets kind of a little bounce go through the body. So point and flex, point and flex. You're just letting that go. Your calves may start to feel some work going, and that's okay. We need to work those guys too. As they're just gently engaged to keep your body in alignment. Don't worry about bracing, but the rest of your body should feel really kind of relaxed. Head should be nodding, kind of rocking back and forth. It's kind of funky, but it's kind of fun. Let's relax everything and just feel where the energy is going from the calves up towards the body. Let's do that 1 more time. So back to parallel. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Just kind of massage your body. Your head's rocking. Again, it may look weird, but it feels great. It's good for the bounce, get through the fascia, into the body, into the muscles and everything. It's kind of a fun little thing. It gets those calves going a little too. And relax on down. Just get a nice, good, relaxing breath in. Exhale from there. Wonderful. All right, let's come on up. We're going to go around. Yeah, perfect time to do our quadruped on the hands, feet on the roll. Yes. Okay, so we're getting more advanced with this. Let me demonstrate this way better. I think it's easier for you guys to see that way. Maybe not. All right, so ankles are on the roller. From here, we're just going to go back into that hover that we did earlier. So now it's a hover, but instead of our toes being down, we're kind of bouncing on the ankles, which makes it a little more challenging, I think. Come back down. So it's an inhale, set the shoulders. Exhale, hover. Good, come back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, hover. So we're getting some training here still too, even though we're doing a lot of good feeling stuff too. One more time, hover. Good. Now, lower the knees down. I want you to try to keep your hips there as you rock back. So you're pushing into the legs instead of rocking back. And then from there, reach your arms a little bit farther ahead of you so you can bring it forward. All right? Reach it back. If you can get your arms a little farther ahead of you here without your shoulders crunching, do that same thing. Go all the way into our cobra, press the hips. So it's a reach back, and then cobra, press the hips. So shoulders are down, abs are down, glutes are on. Reach back. And abs pulling back, glutes pushing forward. Let's go for 2 more. And reach. 1 more. And reach. Perfect. Walk yourself back to just our standard quadruped. And here we go. We are going to hover the knees and now zip the legs back. Pull the legs in. Reach the legs back. Pull the legs in. Let's do that a couple more times. Reach. Zipper all the way through the abs, zipper through the glutes. And reach. Nice. 1 more time. Zipper. Bring it on in, lower down. Awesome. All right. Let's take it down to our elbows. Can't go a day without these, right? Of course. So elbow plank is strong. You're driving your elbows back behind you. Hips are high right now, but let's change that and go into a full plank position. If you want to move your ankles a little farther down, you can do that. From here, we're going to body saw, which means you're moving with your elbows and you're pulling yourself forward. So my legs are staying put. Arms are pushing back. Elbows are pulling yourself forward. This is actually a pretty strong upper body move. And pull yourself back. 2 more times. Reach. Zip those abs. Squeeze those glutes. Pull. 1 more time. You're going to pull yourself as far forward as you can. Shoulders way down and hold for 5, 4, shoulders still down. 3, neck is still relaxed. 2, abs are going. 1, and then gently bring yourself down. Oh, my goodness. All right, come on up from there. Let's spin that roller around to the other side. Then lay down again, because that sounds so awesome. All right, arms on top of the roller. From here, let's just do a little shrug. So shoulders are going up by the ears, and then they're coming down, just like we felt in that last plank. That's a much nicer version. 2 more times. 1 more time. All right. Let's take it into our swan. So feet separated a little bit. Make sure that the glutes are on. Abs are pulling away from the floor. Pull back, reach back. Lift on up. Shoulders are down. Neck is relaxed. Let's go back forward. Here it is. Inhale. Exhale, tighten up the abs. Press up into that swan. And return. All right, shoulders down first, upper body lifts. Remember, on the swan, we're trying to get the upper back to go more than the lower. Lower back will go a little, but brace those abs and squeeze those glutes so that more of the movement is in that upper torso and that lower back is really supported. All right, from here, we're gonna press up and go about halfway. So don't go too high, just a little hover. All right, see I'm in the hover. Now, from here, we're gonna reach 1 leg up and down. Try and do it from the leg, not from the knee. I'm trying to demonstrate better. There we go. And reach. So abs are strong. Leg is lifting from the hip, not from the knee joint, and it doesn't go very high. That's okay. 2 more times. Reach. Reach. Let's come down for a breather. Come back to that halfway hover. So abs are strong. Bottom rib is basically where we are. Now, take 1 leg up, opposite arm up. Come on down. Other leg up, opposite arm up. Come on down. Now, let's go ahead and do them at the same time. So arm and leg. Come on down. Keep the abs strong. Glutes on. Good. 1 more time each side. Neck should still be kind of relaxed. Shoulders are engaged. Upper back is lifting, and not the neck muscles. And let's go down from there. Wonderful, you guys. All right, come on up. Let's go through another torso rotation. So I think you will be able to see this there. So we're going to be in a kneeling position behind the roller. What we're going to do, we're going to reach our hips back. So I am thinking semi-flat back here as my arms are ahead. From here, we're just going to take one side and reach. And then bring it back in. This supporting shoulder is strong. As you rotate, and then come back down. Set the other hand, set the other shoulder, reach, and come back in. Good, and again, other side. Reach, come back in. Let's do one more time each side. Make sure those abs are still engaged so that the lower back is supported. And here we go. Wonderful, roll yourself up from there. Perfect, perfect. All right, let's take it into our hands this time. So, roller is down. We're gonna bring the roller up. Once we get to the top position, again, wherever is comfortable, try not to feel squished. We're gonna take it to the side lateral bend, and then bring it right back up. Side lateral bend the other way. And bring it back up. Side lateral bend. Bring it back up. Here it is, one more time the other way. Good. From there, we're going to take it to standing. Whoa. All right. So standing version. Same kind of idea. Although I want you to take into, pretend we're in our second position on the reformer. So our feet are a little bit wider than hips and toes are pointing out. From here, we're going to go into kind of a mini squat. So you're low. So don't go so far. Again, just double check the side view. Make sure the knees don't cave in, but we're pressing out. All right. So not quite such a sumo squat, but a little bit. Now from here, we're reaching the arms up. And now we're going to that side lateral bend. As you do this, try and keep your hips even. It's going to be easy to kind of shift your hips as you bend over. Try and keep your hips even so it's more in the abs. Lift back up. Here it is. Exhale, turn. Turn. And lifting back up. Reach the other way. A little bit of leg work here too, huh? Secret. I wasn't supposed to tell you that. And then come on up. And again, think waistline more, even though the legs are supporting you. Last time each way. Reach. Come on up. And reach. Come on up and come out of that little small squat. All right, shake your legs out for a second. Here we go. Back to that same spot. Oh my gosh. So, mini squat. Knees are over toes. It should feel like they're trying to open up the hips. Remember from the ground hip work we did, kind of think similar to that, although not as deep. Arms come up. So now we're going to take it to our side. From here, I want you to pull yourself forward so you're going to a hover. So you're hovering forward. Now use your abs to lift up. All right, so that's the same thing again. So we're reaching over to the side. You're coming forward. Now use your abs to like push your body up. Try not to use your lower back. Here we go, side. Oh my gosh, looks like you're still working, huh? And abs are working, lift up nice and tall. And side, forward, and lift up nice and tall. Excellent, all right, let's come out of that. All right, gotta do a little bit of balancing. So, reach this way. So, feet in line with the hip sockets. One foot comes back. Let's keep it on the ground for the first stage. From here, chop the hip, bend the knee. Don't forget to bend the knee. That knee's got to be bent as we do these. So you're loading the glute, you're loading your abs over leg, and now from there, press yourself up. This is practice for some of our more athletic drills. Reach back. Good, you can use this hand. Press up, try and use as much of your glutes and your abs as possible. So, reach back. Foot stays on the ground for this part. Hover, stand on up. Excellent, now let's go back with the foot off. So, from here, foot comes back, chop the hip, remember to bend the knee. Hips are reaching back. A little hard for me to see on this angle. From here, squeeze and stand up, try and keep your foot off. Here it is, chop the hip, bend the knee, hips go back. Make sure that knee is over toe, squeeze the glute, bring yourself up. One more time, here it is, reach. Find it, and press up and stand strong. Wonderful, other side. gonna face a little more sideways so you can really see the hips reach back on this. So, this guy's ready to go. Let's start with the foot on the floor. Bending, reaching, that foot still taps, then it comes off, stand up strong. Wonderful. All right, so slide the foot back, kind of like we did that one day with gliders. From here, tighten up, press up on that balance. Good. And again, chop the hip back. Notice that the hips are going back, the abs are strong, your neutral spine. Flip the foot, come right back on up. And one more time. Back, hover, lift up. Now we're gonna challenge our balance. Here it is, so foot's off the whole time. Use a tap, you can tap. Here we go, chop the hips back. Reach the foot back, toes pointing to the ground. Press up and squeeze. Chop the hips back, reach back. Hips are going back. Stand up and squeeze. That glute should be really working your support. Abs are on, knee is over toe, finding the balance point. Stand back on up, one more time. Chop the hips back, reach back. There's our balance. Squeeze and stand up. Awesome. Awesome, you guys. All right. We got through the full body. Nice little easy roll off. From here, standing nice and tall. We're gonna nod our head and roll down. The roll is just going down towards your toes. From the bottom, give yourself a little mini squat and bring yourself right back up. Roller comes overhead. Keep the abs zipped as you go up with your sternum. So your arms aren't really back yet. Now, once you're here, you can pull them back just a little bit farther. Get an extra stretch. Oh my gosh, yes. And then come on up. One more time. Roller comes down. Head follows. Abs are pulling back even though you're rolling forward. How's that all feel? Hopefully somewhat good. If you want a little bend in the knee to roll yourself back up. Come back up to our tall stand position. Then the arms come forward. Once they hit your overhead position, zip up the abs, lift your heart. And then once your heart is lifted as high as you can go without going to the lower back, you can take your arms back a little farther for that shoulder work. Feels kind of good to go like this too sometimes. Make sure the neck is relaxed. Bring yourself up tall, arms down, head tall, and voila, you're done for the day. Awesome. Don't forget.